Dr Musa Gumede is the Deputy City Manager in eThekwini for Community and Emergency Services. Dr Gumede, good afternoon to you and thank you for your time. How bad has the damage been in your area? How difficult, how big have the fires been in eThekwini?
Thank you for inviting us. We had a fire on Saturday the 13th in the evening that covered an area that maybe is about 1 kilometer in diameter. Affecting 432 people and 81 of them being children. It's quite a big fire incident in the area, and all structures in that piece of land have been burnt down by the fire. So it's quite a serious fire.
And were people displaced as a result of this? You talk about people being threatened. Were some of them displaced now? They're without a home?
Well, 432 people are currently without a home. We've erected two tents adjacent to the area where women are in one tent and men are also in the other. That is where they receive all assistance while they try to retrieve their belongings from the ashes next to where they are.
Are you worried? I mean, it seems that these fires have been very, very difficult to control in some parts of the province. What's the weather like in eThekwini at the moment? That's obviously a big factor in these things.
During the weekend, it was quite windy and dry, but now we're back to our mid-20s in terms of temperature. In fact, we had a 30 as well during the week this week. So the weather has come down a bit. We have no rain, which means the threat is still there of fires. Especially we ask people not to light areas or to leave or throw away stumps of cigarettes, which could cause fires. But it's quite a season, a dry season, winter. So fires are a possibility all the time.
And then, obviously, in the longer term, I mean, in eThekwini, you have major issues with informal settlements, people desperate for a place to live. That means they often live in areas that are not very safe. When you have a situation like this, it puts more pressure on the already difficult pressure you have for accommodation.
We have a serious problem of land. We need to accommodate a lot of people who are in areas that are prone to fires and also prone to other disasters like floods. So land is prime in urban spaces, especially in the city. And therefore, as much as possible, land is used, especially densification is the key, I think, going forward. We need to get land where we could move people who are in spaces like this so that we don't have risks of fires in the future. So this is a serious matter, but we're discussing it with the National Department of Human Settlements and the Provincial Department of Human Settlements because that's their mandate. So we're hoping that they will give us more funds in order to increase the number of dwellings that we are able to build as well.
Dr Gumede, you've had so many issues in eThekwini recently. I mean, you've had water problems, major floods, a couple of major floods. Now you have these fires. All of this must test, I suppose, the resilience of your city, the resources that you have, the help that you need to give to people. I mean, I know eThekwini, I know people from eThekwini are very resilient, but is it testing your resilience a bit, one problem after another?
We really have gone through a lot in the past 2.5 years. We had riots, we had floods, we had tornadoes, we now have fires. It is testing our people, but they are resilient, as you have said. We also have had good things during that period. We've had the racing, we've got a lot of good things coming our way. So we ask our people to keep on fighting, making sure that we rebuild better throughout these problems. I think our management and our political leadership have learned through this period, and we're getting better at responding. We're getting quicker at responding. I think as well in terms of infrastructure, we are building better. The recent rains have not caused much damage to the infrastructure, indicating that we may be building much better than before.
Dr Musa Gumede, thank you very much indeed. The Deputy City Manager in eThekwini for Community and Emergency Services.